everyone. It's Mike.
And Ravin.
And Khaleesi.
And we're about to do our next game of RuneScape Kingdoms.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. And we're about to do the vampire fight because on my turn, I'm just going to move into Draynor Manor and then we'll start the vampire fight.
All right.
Which we already set up a little map there for it. And we'll go through how it works when you fight them in the initiative and how fighting them works with the steps you take. So for my first turn, I'm just going to move over to Draynor Manor. And because we've got everything before, the steak, the garlic, and the hammer, once we're there, it starts the fight. So everybody goes onto the map. The person with the highest crafting goes on his spot, Count Draynor, and the other two can pick. You don't want to go on unstable ground because it's a disadvantage for you. You could, but it wouldn't be a good choice probably.
Right.
So we'll put my guy on that spot, and then you guys can pick where you want to put yours on the map. So that's where we decided to set up. So when you fight a boss fight, there's initiative cards. You take one for each character. So we have the Knight, Archer, and Wizard. And in a free-player game, you have to add another initiative card. So that's going to be wild. Whenever that comes up, we can decide on our team who gets to go. But everybody has to get a turn if they're going to do a wild. So you can't do 2 turns of Knight and then Wizard. You all have to take a turn before we cycle it again.
Right.
The boss has 5 cards. And when you shuffle out the initiative, you shuffle out the cards with the amount of initiative cards. So out of the 5, 4 of them will be in there. So we'll shuffle those up and we'll show you how the initiative track goes. And we start with 3 characters, 17 life, and we have it as a group. And he starts at 10. Once he gets to 5, he does an enraged ability. And then the noob doesn't come with us. You were asking too. The noob stays out on the map. They're still in the same spot. Because after you beat the fight, if you win, you can take our characters and we start the campaign against the demon. And if we lose, we can go back and fight them again. If you lose the fight, you get free XP to a skill of your choice. So even if you do lose it, you still get XP and try to go fight them again. So I shuffled up the initiative cards and the Vampire Slayer cards. So Raven's going to draw. So what's the first initiative?
First one is...
So the Archer's
Archer.
going. So now you put another... So you put the Vampire card now because you alternate.
Right. Lash out.
Okay.
And then... Wizard. So that's Khaleesi. Bloodlust. Knight. Eternal Fury.
And that's a wild, so anyone can do that one.
And then we do one last vampire one?
Yeah, because there's 4.
Okay. Then regenerate.
You don't want him to be by his coffin in this one. So the first person is the Archer. So when you fight him, you can do a move and then an attack when you do this. And there's a combat action reference there. If you want to do how to hurt him, you can do ranged attacks. You can also even read the terrain or sleight of hand. You can move cards around too. It's all in that combat action one. But you think you're going to use your bow when you attack?
Yep, that's the plan.
So when you check if you're using your bow, it's a skill check of 3 and you need a 6. So what's the skill in your bow?
3.
So you're the same.
And then I get 1 for my maple short bow on skill tests of test level 6 or below.
So you roll 2 dice because you're the same and 1 more extra dice. So Khaleesi, do you want to roll 2 dice plus a gold one? And you got to be the 6. You rolled 3 10s. That's a good first roll. Jeez, nice.
Awesome.
The only bad thing, though, is that when he's on the coffin, there's a card underneath that whenever he's standing on the coffin, all he can take is 1 wound.
Ah, boo. Okay.
But you still do 1 wound to him, so you would move the boss HP down to 9. That was a good roll, though. And then when you're done, you would just turn the card. They say 45, so you know. And now it goes to the vampire. So this is last shout. So he moves that arrow. If it's the 1 arrow, it's to the left of the card, and it's the first one. If it's 2 arrows, it's to the farthest one. So right now he's going to move 1 space towards the archer. And now,
It's mad because I shot him.
yeah, he attacks all the free zones in the horizontally, because that's what that free marker is. So everyone has to do a separate skill test. So we'll do you first. Your defense is what?
2.
So you only roll 1 dice against it. And if you fail, you suffer 1 wound.
Okay.
You need a 7. Nope. So the party HP would go down by 1. So it would be down to 16 now. We share the same amount of wounds. Rations, if someone wants to forego their move and attack, you can heal 3 wounds with a ration.
Okay.
And Khaleesi has 2 rations, so if she wants to heal us, she can do that too. Okay, now we'll do for me. My defense is 4, so I'm above it, so I roll 3 dice, and I have armor that I can roll 1 extra dice too, so I roll 4 dice. And I gotta beat 7. Did it! So I take no damage.
Nice.
So the bow can attack from 2 away. I have to be in the same zone as you. Not the same zone as the vampire. And the wizard has to be 1 away. So where do you want to move, Khaleesi, if you want to attack?
Coffin open.
Okay, you want to move over there? And you can attack with your magic ability. And the test is free. What's your magic?
Magic is 4.
So you're higher, so you roll 3 dice. And you don't get the extra one because you don't have any magic equipment. So you roll 3 dice total. You rolled another 10. Nice. So how many? Is that a 6? Yeah, a 6 and a 1. So you do 1 more damage. So the damage goes down to 8. So next is Bloodlust. So he moves. So that's 2 arrows. So it's not the wizard. It goes to the farthest one to the left, which is the archer. So he moves up to 2 spaces. He's already there, so he doesn't have to move. And he's going to attack you. So again, your armor is...
My defense is 2.
Yep, so you still only roll 1 dice. So we got to beat a 7. Nope. So how many wounds do we get from that one? Ooh, suffer 3 wounds and Count Draynor heals 1 wound.
Ooh.
So our hit points will go down by 3.
1, 2, 3.
And he heals 1. He can't heal back past the starting wounds, which is 10.
Awesome.
So now it's my turn. I'm going to move over 1. And I have the stake and the hammer. So instead of me doing a 5-8 melee attack, I can use the stake and hammer and I do a free 5.
Okay.
I'm not that good at fighting though. I only get 1. So I only roll 1 dice and I need to get a 5. 5, you beat it.
Hey.
So he goes down by 1 more hit point. So now we got to do Internal Fury. He moves towards only to the next one because it's not 2 arrows. So he's already next to me already. So he's going to attack in a straight line, well, up and down vertically. So that's going to be me and you.
Right.
So again, I roll 4 dice because I'm higher and I have my armor. I got to beat a 7. Nice, we did. So
No damage?
no damage for me. And then you got to roll 1 dice to see if Mummy blocks it. 10, you're going good. Nice.
Yay.
So that helps. So no wounds for us.
Awesome.
And there's no effect or anything. Nope. So now it's the Clue Hunter, which means anybody can pick. So you two are much better at doing damage than I am. I can absorb wounds, but I can't do damage. So which one of you want to roll dice? Actually, you roll 4 dice, right? So Raven's going to go and you're going to use your bow because you can get to roll 4 dice.
Right.
Khaleesi rolls 3. And then the wizard, if they do damage, they get to push she can push the vampire 1 spot too, which is cool. So you want to roll 4 dice and you hit on a 6. Oh, that was a bad. Is that a 7? Oh, that looked like a 1. So you did 1 more damage. So it goes down by 1.
Yay.
7. Put it down to 7. Cool.
Now it goes to him. He does regenerate. So he moves to the coffin terrain. That's where Khaleesi is. And then it attacks, and you need to roll 1 dice, beating a 7, or you're going to take some wounds. Because you have the garlic, you get to re-roll that. Because remember, you got the garlic?
Oh, yeah.
You get to re-roll your defense dice.
Mhm.
That's a 9.
It is.
Yeah. So that garlic saved you. So you didn't take any wounds. You could save those attacks. That's pretty good. Okay. So now that we got to the last one, we just rinse and repeat and put those back again. So we'll shuffle those up and put out the initiative. Okay. So shuffle up. We'll see
Who's
who's
first?
random. Okay.
Vampires. Bloodlust. For us, it's the Knight.
Okay.
Vampire. Eternal Fury. Then it's Khaleesi. Then for the Vampire, Call of the Dead.
That's how we can flip over on stable ground to get skeletons to come.
Right. And then me. And regenerate again.
Okay. So, you already went once with the random.
I did.
So, Khaleesi, you can go this time because you're better at doing damage, okay? So, you get to roll your higher because the test is free. You're 4. So, you roll 3 dice. That's another 9.
And a 10.
You roll 2 damage. Oh, but again, he's on the coffin, so you only get to do 1 damage. So that would go down by 1. And because you're a wizard, if at least 1 die is successful, Count Draynor may be moved 1 space. You want to push him into our space then, Khaleesi? That way he's off the coffin.
Okay.
There we go. So now we can do more than 1 damage to him.
Yay.
Nice. So now we'll go to the farthest one in the initiative on the left, which is just the Clue Hunter. The Clue Hunter this turn so far was Khaleesi, so he's going to go back to Khaleesi.
Okay.
Okay, this is the one where you can do 3 wounds, so you got to beat a 7.
How many dice?
Only 1, because your armor is not better than 3. 9. You keep rolling 9s. Nice.
Yay.
So you're saving all them. That's pretty good.
Awesome.
So it'll go to me. I'm going to move over 1. We also haven't done the... So you can read the terrain. So you could try to move stuff that way or move the initiative if you do sleight of hand too, which is kind of cool.
I'd be good at sleight of hand because my thieving is high.
Yeah, so if you want to move the initiative left or right, you could do it that way too.
Okay.
But I'm just going to try to do a damage to him. So I only roll 1 dice because I'm not good at fighting, but I need to beat a 5 with 1 dice. Nope. Okay, so that was me. So now he's going to do Eternal Fury. He moves towards me. I'm already in that spot. It's everyone in a line, so it's going to hit me and Khaleesi. So let's do me first. I need 4 dice. I got to get better than a 7. Did we get a 7? Nope, that's a 6. So we take 1 wound for me. Because you move it down.
12 now?
Okay, and then you roll 1 dice, Khaleesi. Beat a 7. 10, nice. You don't even have to re-roll it with your garlic, so you're good.
Mm-hmm.
So now it goes to the wizard. You want to try to attack?
Yeah.
So you roll 3 dice. And again, you need to beat a 6. You would have got all those. But he's on the coffin again, so you only get to do 1 damage. That's a couple. You would have beat him by now, the amount of times he keeps getting them on the coffin.
Yeah.
So now it hit 5. So the first time it hits 5, it does Enraged.
Count Draynor attacks in a frenzy and rushes towards the coffin in an attempt to shield himself from damaging blows and perhaps buy time for something else. Remove Count Draynor from the battleground, flip the coffin terrain card to the closed side, and the 4 unstable ground terrain cards to the skeleton side. Place each adventurer on an unstable ground terrain card as evenly spread out as possible.
So we'll do that now. So we close the coffin. Now we flip them over, and now we have to fight skeletons to be able to do anything else. If we don't beat the skeleton, we take a damage and get moved over 1.
Right.
And he's off there. Now if he's in the coffin.
Count Draynor can't be attacked and doesn't take turns. At the end of each round, he heals a wound. An adventurer on this space can make the following combat action. Open the coffin. So there's a range. Flip this card and place Count Draynor on this space. The round then continues on as normal. So the range is same square.
And it's a free 8 test. Okay. So now that he's in the coffin, he doesn't get to do his move. So Call of the Dead doesn't happen.
Right.
So now it goes to the archer. So on your turn, instead of taking their turn as normal, a adventurer on this space must take the following test. So you got to do a melee test, free 6. You're good at melee.
Yeah, I'm 4 melee.
Oh, so you're above it. You don't have a sword or anything that does add dice, right?
No.
Okay, so you roll 3 dice, and you got to be the 6.
There's a 7.
Yep.
And 8.
So you flip that card over, and you're good. You don't take a wound. So now that you're on unstable ground, adventurers on this space can never roll more than 1 attack die or defense. So you can still use your bow better than that because it's this melee that you can't roll more than 1.
Right.
So that's good. And then he would go. He doesn't do regenerate. So because he doesn't take turns, he wouldn't do regenerate. So his wound would go back to 5 because he wouldn't technically get that card. He's not doing his turn, right?
Right.
So then we would shuffle everything again. But at the end of the phase, what happens?
At the end of each round, he heals a wound. An adventurer on this space can make the following combat action.
Okay. So now that he's in the coffin, he'd heal a wound. Who's going first?
I am.
Okay.
Then vampire. Lash out. Then knight, which is you. Call of the Dead. Clue Hunter.
So that would be B because you guys have both gone.
Right.
And then it would say we could start again from whoever's random.
Bloodlust. Wizard Khaleesi. And regenerate.
The last card is always regenerate.
Seems to be.
So the archer will go first. So he's not there, so you can move 1 spot.
I'm going to move back here. Then.
So then he would go to lash out. He's not going, so that's not going to happen. I'm going to do, so I can use my stake, free 5 in the fight. So I need to roll 1 dice. Oh, what's it? It's a, yeah, free 6. Oh, I have to do that test. Okay, so I need a 6 to beat it. You got it.
That's a 9.
Yep. So I flip over that card. So your first action you can move. Oh, I had to stay there because of the skeleton, so I can't attack then move.
Right.
So my turn's done. He would go. Nothing's there. Again, it's my turn because of random. So I'm going to move up 1 towards Khaleesi. Bloodlust, not going to happen because it's not his turn. So now it's Khaleesi's turn. So now you got to do a melee attack against a skeleton, Khaleesi. So what's your melee?
Her melee is 1.
Okay, so you only roll 1 dice then because it's a free 6. 4. Oh, so what happens when you don't?
Suffer a wound and move to an adjacent space.
Okay, so where do you want to move? You take a wound. Where do you want to move to?
I want to move here so that I could go back next turn.
Okay. And we suffer a wound. So 11. Okay, and then it would go over to him. Still not open. So at the end, he would heal a wound because he's still in the coffin. Now when he goes back to 5, it doesn't start again. It's
Right.
only a one-time thing.
Okay.
So yeah, he can't keep going back in the coffin. That would be tough.
Yeah.
So we would shuffle everything again and start a new round. So, next round.
Khaleesi. Call of the Dead.
This would be a good turn if you want to use a ration to heal us, Khaleesi, because she's already in the coffin. You can heal us too.
Yeah.
All right.
Me.
And you can't heal the group past our starting, which was 17 too.
Lash out. You. Bloodlust. And then Clue Hunter. And the last one, Eternal Fury.
No regenerate this time.
No.
Okay. So, Khaleesi, you're first. Do you want to use a ration to heal 3 wounds to us?
Yeah.
So you forego your action and your move, but then you have 2 rations already, so she'll use 1, and the group HP would go up by 3. So that,
14.
1, 2, 3.
nice, that helped.
Yeah.
So we'll go to him. He's not doing anything. It goes over to you. Do you want to try to move over and open the coffin?
Yes.
So the test is 3-8, and it's crafty. What's your crafting at?
Crafting is 1.
So 1 dice, and you need to beat 8. Ooh. Nope. Okay, this is what I'm good at, so hopefully I can do that.
Hopefully.
So lash out doesn't happen. It'll go to me. I'll move over to the coffin.
Try and open it.
Yep. My crafted, I think, is 6. And I didn't bring my hammer because you can only bring... I have my weapon, accessory, and my armor. My other accessory is my hammer, and you can only bring 1 of each spot. So I can't roll an extra dice because of my smith's hammer because I brought the stake.
Right.
So I roll 3 dice. And I need to beat an 8. Nope.
That's a 6.
So, still stays closed. And Bloodlust would happen. Clue Hunter, I'll take it this time. So who went last time? What's the extra one?
Yeah.
But we're back in the cycle.
So, I'll roll 3 dice. Got to beat an 8. There's a 10.
10 and a 9.
So what happens now?
Flip this card and place Count Draynor on this space. The round then continues as normal.
Okay. So the round continues. So Eternal Fury would go. So he's going to attack all of us, actually, because we're all in that line.
Uh-oh.
So we'll do me first. So I roll 4 dice because of my armor. Got to beat a 7. Yep, you did. Okay, and then we'll roll for you, Khaleesi. You roll 1 dice. Nope, you can re-roll that because you're garlic. Nope, so we go down by 1 hit point. And then you want to roll, you only have 1 defense too, right? Or what's your defense at?
Oh, my defense is at 2.
So still under it. So you only roll 1 dice. And you don't get to re-roll it, so we take 1 more wound. And then we would start up a new round, now that he's out of the coffin. Now we don't worry about, he can't go back in there.
Luckily, because that would be really tough.
Yeah. First.
You.
Okay.
Done. Call of the Dead. Then Khaleesi. Then Eternal Fury. And me. Then Bloodlust. Then the random. And Lash Out.
Okay. So I'm going to go first. I roll 1 dice. I need to beat a 5 because I have the stake. Nope. Okay. He's going to go, and he's going to go to the farthest one in the initiative track, which is the clue hunter. So we haven't determined who that is yet, because they haven't gone, and I already gone, so it's between you and Khaleesi. Which way do you want him to go? Who wants to... Khaleesi can re-roll the defense dice because of the garlic, so maybe he'll go towards Khaleesi then?
Yeah.
We get to decide.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And if we push him off of
The coffin is better?
coffin, yeah.
And then it's in the spot. It's a test of free 7. So, 1 dice. Khaleesi, you got to beat a 7. 10, another one. Nice. You keep rolling 10s. So that's good. So that doesn't happen. So now Khaleesi's a clue hunter because we already determined that too.
Right.
So do you want to go, Khaleesi?
Yeah.
You can attack him. So it's you get 3 dice. Hopefully you roll again like you did. Now that he's not on the coffin, you can do more damage this time. Oh, nothing. Because you got to beat 6. Okay, so he's going to move towards you, Khaleesi, because it's right next to it. And he's going to attack in a straight line. So that's everybody. So let's do you first, Khaleesi.
How many dice do I have?
Only 1 dice. You always 1 for defense. And you got to beat a
And
7.
I can re-roll it.
Yep, you can re-roll it because of the garlic. Nope. So hit points go down by 1. You can roll for me. I roll 4 dice because I have armor and good with defense. That's a 6. Nope. So we take 1 more wound. And 1 dice. You have, 1. Beat a 7. 9. Yep. So you're good. So no hit points taken off from that. Goes to the archer.
We're going to shoot at him.
Okay. And you roll 4 dice, right?
Because it's a 3 and we're the same. Yes.
Oh, sorry. So you roll 2 dice. You're the same. You roll 2 and you have your bow. So you won 1 extra one. So you roll 3 dice, Khaleesi. And what do you have to beat?
6.
Got a 6.
So his hit points go down by 1. So he's going to do Bloodlust, and it's the farthest one in the initiative, which is me. So he's going to move towards me and attack the zone. So he's going to attack that zone, so it's both of us. So we'll do me first, Khaleesi. So it's 4. Have to be the 7. Nice, 2 10. Oh, we need that for attacks. Okay. So now Mommy has to roll 1. So have to be the 7. Hey, that was a good roll.
Awesome.
So no damage from that for us, because he would have been able to heal a wound with those too. So that's good.
Yeah.
So now it's a clue hunter. And that was Khaleesi this turn. So, Khaleesi, you roll. What's your...
Magic is 4.
So you roll 3 dice.
2 5 in it.
And you needed a 6, right?
Yes.
So hit points go down by 1. You can move the vampire 1 spot. Okay?
Can I move him over here?
Yeah.
That he's off his coffin.
And now goes the last yell. It goes towards the clue hunter. He moves 1 space. So he'll go towards us. And he'll attack that zone that we're in. So we'll do me first. 3 dice. 4 dice I get to roll because of my armor. Beat a 7. We did. And 1 dice for Mummy. Have to beat a 7. Nope. So we take 1 more wound. And that's his turn. And he's on the coffin. Does that happen? Yeah, if he's on that space, he heals a wound. So he's going to heal back up 1 more wound. So we'll shuffle up the cards for the next round.
First is Clue Hunter.
So it's going to be you this time.
It is. Next, Call of the Dead. Me again. Then Eternal Fury. Then you. Then Bloodlust. Then Wizard.
Me.
And Lash Out.
Okay. So you roll 2 dice plus 1 because you have the bow.
Yes.
And what do you need?
Need a 6.
Nice. We would have done 2 wounds, but he's on the coffin, so he only takes 1 wound. So he's going to do Call of the Dead. He's going to move towards the farthest one initiative on this side, so the wizard. So he's going to move 1 over to the wizard. And you got to roll 1 dice because your defense isn't so good. And you got to beat a 7. 6, you get to re-roll it because you're garlic. 6 again. So what happens with that?
Suffer 1 wound, flip the nearest unstable ground terrain card, and place this adventurer in that space.
Okay, so we already have the skeletons flipped, so it has to be 1 down here.
That's 1.
Okay, and then you get placed in that spot, Khaleesi.
Wee.
And you already brought the wounds down, so we're at 8 wounds now, right? And now it's going over to the archer.
We'll shoot again.
So, 2 dice.
And then plus 1 more because of the bow.
So you need a 6. You rolled 2 7s, and what's that one?
9.
9. You rolled 3 damage. That was a good roll, and he's not on the coffin, so that's 3 damage through.
Awesome.
So we're doing Eternal Fury. So it moves towards the archer, 1 space.
Back on the coffin.
And it'll attack me. So 3 dice plus a bonus 1. So 4 dice. I need to beat a 7. That's okay. I beat it. And then 1 dice for Mummy's character. Beat a 7. That's a 9. You beat it. You keep doing good on the armor saves.
Yay.
So I get to go. I'm going to attack him in that zone. So I only roll 1 dice. I got to beat a 5. Nope.
Yay.
Bloodlust to the farthest one, which was the Clue Hunter.
Which was me.
So he's in that same spot as you. So, ooh, it's free damage. That's a tough one. Okay, let's do me first. 4 dice total. I got to beat a 7. That's a 6. Nope. So, oh, we take 3 wounds for me. Now, let's roll for Mummy's character. You got to beat a 7.
Only 1 dice?
Yep. So I take 3 more wounds. And suffer 3 wounds, and Count Draynor heals 1 wound. So he heals 2 more wounds back up. So it's the wizard's turn. Do you want to use... Oh, you can't use the ration, Khaleesi, because what's it say on the card?
Instead of taking their turn as normal, an adventurer on this space must take the following skill tests.
So you can't do rations, you have to do the skeleton. Okay. So, you're fighting. What's your fighting?
1.
So you roll 1 dice, you got to beat a 6.
Come on.
Nope. So you take 1 damage. Oh, we're at 1. And you get pushed over 1 spot.
Next turn, I'm eating my ration.
Okay. So, he's going to go with Lash Out now. He's going towards the wizard. So we'll move 1 space towards you. And then it's, oh, we all suffer 1 wound. So we all got to make, oh, it's everybody. So we all got to do this. So let's do you first, Khaleesi. You got to beat a 7.
With 1 dice.
Yeah. And you get the reroll.
Get a defense test?
Yeah. Oh, you get to re-roll it? Oh, you saved it. Okay, so roll for me. You got to roll 4 dice. Beat a 7. You got a 10. That's good. Okay, you got to roll 1 dice
I got a 9.
for Mummy's character.
Come on. 9.
Oh, you saved them all. That's good.
Thankfully.
Oh, that was close. Okay, so we survived one more round. So we'll put up the initiative. So, initiative.
Knight. Then lash out. Then me. Call of the Dead. Clue Hunter. Eternal Fury. Wizard Khaleesi. And last is Bloodlust.
Okay. It's in your inventory, the ration, but it doesn't say that I can't use it in this section. It just says any party member can use it to heal 3 points.
Right.
So I'll use that. I forgo any other action, and we heal 3 hit points. So now it goes over to Lash Out. He's going to move towards me 1 spot. And he's going to attack everyone in the line again. So let's do you first, Khaleesi. You need to beat the 7.
Beat a 7.
6, you get to re-roll that. 6, nope. So we suffer 1 wound.
It bounced.
We'll do me, so we roll 4 dice for me. We beat that. Okay. And then 1 for Raven. Nope, so we suffer 1 more wound. So it's over to the archer's turn.
So let's attack him.
So you roll 2 dice plus 1 bonus. And you can only do 1 damage because he's on the coffin. You got 1 damage, nice.
Now he's down to 3.
The farthest one is a wizard. He's going to move towards the wizard. And you got to beat a 7. You get to re-roll that because of the garlic.
Phew.
Oh, so we suffer another wound. We have no more rations left. So,
It would be cool if you could make rations in the fight because I have enough food.
yeah, you can't do it in the fight. So now it's a clue hunter. It's going to be you. So you get to roll 3 dice. And you got to beat 6s. You did it. 3 8s. 1. You beat him in the end. Good job,
Beat him
Khaleesi.
and we rolled 1 hit point.
That was
Awesome.
close.
I rolled
was
all
close.
8.
Yeah. So we killed the Count Draynor.
Yep.
So what happens when we beat Count Draynor?
Count Draynor clutches the stake driven into his chest and collapses to the ground, never to rise again. The village of Draynor has been saved from the monstrous vampire. Each adventurer gains 3 XP, allocated as they wish.
Okay, so we'll do that after.
The adventurers take a total of 3 cards from the top of the equipment deck, taking 1 fewer for each time they were defeated by Count Draynor, and may give them to adventurers of their choice.
Okay, so that's why I put the equipment cards there. Khaleesi, do you want to take the top 3 off of the equipment deck?
So,
We got bronze longsword. Okay, we'll put that aside.
I can't pronounce that. Someone's.
Zamorak staff. Okay. And then the next one. Right sword. Cool. So we'll see what those do after too.
Check the current peril level. Remember to check the amount of tokens on the escalating carnage card if necessary. Then add 2 for each time this boss fight was lost and make note of the total for later in the game.
Okay. So we're at 3 peril already. I remember from the card we had. Okay.
The Vampire Slayer campaign has been completed.
Cool.
Turn to the Demon Slayer campaign entry to continue the adventure.
So we got a good staff for you too, and a common sword I might use, and then
Blue Right Sword, I
You
might
might-
take.
yeah. So our pearl is at 3. I forget if there's a token on there. I'm not going to. I'll check the video when we edit it too. I don't think there was. And then Haven't finished them up yet, but that's the demon.
Yeah.
So we're not going to get into starting the demon now. We'll finish the video now, and the next video we'll start the campaign facing off the demon. What's cool too is that if you want a new person to join up, they show you if you want to add a character, what to set the stats to. Or if you do the setup, you can just continue off of where we stopped off here too. So we don't lose any of our quests or anything. They still stay. Some of the vampire cards get removed, but any quest we have, like I have scouting bandits and you have...
I have pirate's treasure.
And I have something to do with food.
Yeah, you keep your recipes and stuff too, because you just continue the character going on. So we'll just read the story at the start. What happened?
The people of the kingdoms rejoice, celebrating the downfall of Count Draynor. All would seem to be well, if it were not for the twisting clouds above Varric, warning of even greater dangers.
So we'll see how that plays out when we do our next game against the demon hunt. The demon.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.